Hi, I'm Arlene.
And I'm Dan. Welcome to our van. This is a 2017 Sprinter four-wheel drive, 170 wheelbase high roof. So I guess in Europe it would be the second to the largest size.
Yes, this is what's called the high roof.
High roof.
There's an extra high roof which is
Yeah,
2 meters
right.
40, and this is
the metal one, not the fiberglass. Extra
yes.
high roof.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And then the length is the third. There's a super short one.
Mm-hmm.
There's the regular one, and there's the long one, and there's the extra long one, or the long one.
A long one, 7 meters, or just under it,
Just under
690, 693, I think it is.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. Over 6, which is unfortunate in some cases where we have to go over bridges or on ferries or on tolls and stuff like that. But it's necessary for us because we're a family of 5.
But you were in Greece and you have to pay more for the ferry there, possibly, I believe.
Yeah. In the tolls
and
too.
Norway as well.
Norway is the 6 meter limit. Yeah.
Yeah. So the question is, where are you getting the money to pay for it from? Because you've come from California, you drove across the United States, you put this on a boat, you're now in Europe, and presumably you're not rock stars or something doing concerts around. So how do you manage to pay for it?
Well, so not unlike other people, we work. We just happen to have jobs that allow us to work remotely. So we've been doing this for 11 years now, and throughout the entire 11-year period of traveling, we've done a combination of just one of us working, both working part-time, working freelance, or working full-time for employers. So there's different good and bad about all of those situations. So, we've done them all. Currently, I work as a freelance web developer. And anywhere from 10 to 20 hours a week is what I found that's been enough for us. But also over the last 11 years, when we have some good years working, we're able to save up some money. We've also been able to invest it in some real estate back in the United States that have now become handy in helping us with some sort of passive income in rentals. So I guess the thing that makes this really possible is that you have to be flexible, and you have to be able to try to figure out multiple ways of earning income, because the traditional way of just going to an office 5 days a week, 9 to 5, that really wouldn't work for somebody who wants to travel like we do. There are jobs nowadays that are more sort of able to be remote, but I think a lot of people, this is, you as well, I'm sure, like we get this question asked a lot. And there's no, unfortunately, there's no like one easy answer that somebody can just take this magic pill and have it happen. So basically we tell people, if you want to do this, you got to make all your career decisions anytime that you have a choice. Make the choice that's going to get you closer to working remotely.
Yes.
And also, traveling like this is actually cheaper in our experience, because we used to live in California, which is kind of an expensive place to live anyways. But if you come from a place where it's cheaper to live, this may not be cheaper for you, but coming from California, it's cheaper for us.
Yes. Obviously, I also work from a van, and my big problem is internet access, and that's probably your big problem as well.
Yeah. We're super excited when we go to a country that has really cheap and good internet.
Yes.
So we get, in Europe, how we've been getting by is we have a phone plan from Croatia, and now it's been nice because we have this sort of fair use, like no roaming thing all across EU. So our Croatia plan lets us use our phone for up to 10 gigabytes a month. And I think there's other plans from different countries that give you more freedom than that. But for us, 10 gigabytes, if we had to, we can make 10 gigabytes work. If we sort of limit like the really heavy duty data intensive stuff.
Yes. No, I don't upload from my mobile, for example. Do you know what you're paying approximately for this 10 giga?
We have a plan actually. It's four lines. 10 gigabytes each. So we have actually a total of 40, and that is 60 euros probably 60 euros
Oh.
a month.
Yes. And is there any 90-day limit or something like that?
Not yet.
Yeah.
We haven't.
Oh,
yeah,
well
we've been doing
done.
this.
Yeah, it's been over.
We've been
over
doing
a
this for
year.
almost a year. We
Yeah.
haven't gotten a nasty letter of any kind saying
Yes.
we're going to get shut off.
That's
Okay.
with Tele 2.
Yeah, Tele2, it's a
It's a
I think
Swedish company.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so far so good.
Yeah, from Croatia. So Tele2 from Croatia.
Yes. Oh no, excellent. Now there's a British company called. Oh, the name of it's gone.
Three? There's a company called Three that's supposed to be good.
Yes, the biggest one you get in the UK, you can get in Europe it's 20 gigabytes, I think, or 25, and it's cost £25. But there's a limit of, I think it's 63 days, and then you have
then
to
you
use it in the UK.
You have to go back.
Well,
Yeah.
or you send it to your family
Have
and
somebody go.
then tell them to make a couple of
Right.
phone calls and send it back to you.
There's another one that we were just told from some German friends that we haven't met them in person yet, but we're Instagram friends. It's in France. It's based in France. It's called
Yes.
Free Mobile from France. You can only buy them in these little automated kiosks, and I think it's 20 euros, and it's unlimited in France, and it's 25 gigs outside of France. And in
Yes.
fact, it's not just the EU. I think they're adding new roaming partners worldwide all the time.
Yes, I mean outside there are, but I mean, okay, you expect, for example, Norway and Switzerland.
Yeah.
But there's one or two additional countries as well. But
This one's actually really. I haven't personally used it, but this one has the United States on it too.
Okay.
So I don't know how that would work, because if we get this plan from France,
Yeah.
and after 2 more years we go back to the U.S., I don't know if I'm able to just keep it,
Yes.
use it while I'm there. So we're still on the hunt for the best mobile data plan.
Yes.
Everywhere we go, if we can find a good plan that has a lot of data for cheap, we still get local SIM cards. For example, I think a couple of the best plans we found is Romania has a prepaid plan for 6 euros. We got 60 gigs for 30 days.
Okay. Yes.
So that was really good. And then as some of these like prepaid plans, you get these offers through SMS. And I think one of them, if I sign up for an account on their app, they gave me another 60 gigs. So I had 120 gigs for 6 euros. That was good for 30 days. And the one that we've been using through the Nordic is from Finland, and it's called Sonalati. It's from the Elisa network. That's their prepaid brand, and it's 30 euros a month, unlimited, all of the Nordic and all of the Baltics.
Yes.
So that one's really good too. I mean, we literally used as much as we wanted while we're in Norway for 30 euros a month. And I think we probably used close to 300 gigs that month while we were there.
Yes.
So I don't know. I always feel a little bit uncomfortable like sharing this information, because I feel like if it gets abused and then it goes away.
Yes, yes,
know?
yes. But no, let's face it, not many people are like us living in the vans
Yeah,
all the
it's
time.
true.
Most
true.
viewers are people who would like to do it, but
And they probably
won't
have
do
no
it.
need.
Yes, and they don't have that.
But they'll like put this down in their notes for the day when they get to do it.
Yes.
Which I think is useful.
Coming back now to the way you work, do you have are you doing this freelance, or do you have a fixed employer, or do you work through an agency which actually sends you the work?
So we've done a number of different things. I have worked full time as an employer, as an employee for an employer for the 5 years prior to this year.
Yes.
And before that, I was freelance. I just mainly kept 1 or 2 clients that are referrals, people that I'd worked with before, people that I know. And for this last year, I've gone back to that.
Yes.
So that's, obviously, freelance gives you the most time flexibility, but working for an employer gives you the most monetary security,
Yes.
financial
Yeah,
security.
yeah.
So it's always a juggle. When you have freelance gigs for a while, you feel okay, but you still constantly feel like that. Okay, I gotta put money away for when this job goes away and I don't find another one.
Yeah.
But when you're working for somebody else, they're constantly trying to get you to get more out of you. Like, can you come to the office? Can you fly here? Can you fly there? So that's why this last one that I worked for 5 years as an employee, it got to the point where coming to Europe wouldn't have been an option.
Yeah.
Because I would have to be at the office like 6 times a year.
Yes. Okay.
So-
Yeah. No. I know that and that one very well.
Yeah.
I have to keep for what I do. I have to keep going back.
Yeah.
Constantly.
So you're sort of, even though you're mobile, you're still kind of stuck in a geographic
Yes,
region.
certainly. Yes, I mean I couldn't go off to Greece by myself, or I couldn't find myself without an internet access. I often complain I don't have internet access for YouTube, but I've got to be accessible.
Yeah, I mean, I think everybody thinks of the people that are watching this YouTube video anyways, probably think, oh yeah, they can just work for YouTube and do YouTube as a job.
Yeah.
In reality, it's like it's definitely possible, but I think it's possible for a very small percentage of YouTubers.
Yes, certainly.
And for us, I mean, we have a small-ish YouTube presence, and it makes a little bit of money for us, but probably enough to just fill the gas tank like once a month.
Yeah.
You
Yes.
know? That's pretty much. It's not nothing, and in that case, you're putting in a lot of hours for something that pays just very little.
Oh yes, certainly.
So but you have to really love it. You have
Yes.
to really enjoy being a YouTuber, making videos and uploading them. And for us, I like the process, but it's also a documentation of this time of our lives
Yes.
that one day would probably be totally different.
Yes.
And we'll have all the videos we made to look back on.
Yeah. So in my case, for me, alone, just me, I have enough money. I could live off YouTube.
Yeah.
But I'm at this probably sounds a bit bad, but I'm in something like 91,000th position in the world.
Yeah.
Now, but bearing in mind that the overwhelming amount of those other people are putting up films of Michael Jackson and Queen and all the rest, so they're not getting the benefit from it.
No, exactly.
And
exactly.
so
they're not using monetizable videos.
yes. So that it's hard to say what it would be, but if in my position is an example, there may only be 2,000 or 3,000 in the world who could actually do it, and it's not much better than minimum wage we're talking about.
I mean, because you're doing something you love anyway.
Yes.
I think that's the important part. It doesn't feel like work when you're doing something you love.
Yes.
So of course there's other ways of generating income through social media too. You can do Patreon, you can do Amazon Associates, you can do obviously YouTube, you can blog, you can do a bunch of different things. But I think the key takeaway from that is to try to diversify those income streams. So have it not come from one, because if YouTube ever stopped having partners.
Yes, that's it. It's dead. Yeah,
people.
sure. I have a history site. It's been demonetized twice.
Yeah.
So.
It's a big deal when the whole account gets demonetized.
Yes.
So I think there's some noise being made online on YouTube specifically right now, just how big of an influence those decisions they make can have on people.
Yeah.
And I don't know, there's not a real good alternative to YouTube.
Yes. Well, there's an attempt in Germany to form a union. I think so, yes. IG Metall.
Right, the guy who does the bows and arrows, I think.
I don't know what he does, but...
No,
yeah.
he's got like a pretty popular channel where he does bows and arrows.
But he's not I hope you won't mind me saying this, but he's not a youngster. I mean, he's certainly...
right.
I think he's older than I am. So,
but I think the older folks maybe have a harder time because the audience on YouTube is getting younger and younger.
Yes.
So, well, I guess as long as the people that are also growing old don't get off YouTube, then we'll keep those audiences.
Yes. And of course, the young ones of today will be older before long.
Yeah. And I think what's great about YouTube too is that there's so many little niches on YouTube that you can be in this sort of full-time traveling van life kind of thing, but then be completely unaware of this other stuff that our kids watch. Like playing toys or video games or cooking or making gross candy products or whatever.
Yes.
And those things can all be huge.
Yes.
So I mean that's sort of in a very lengthy, long-winded kind of way of how we make this lifestyle work for us.
Yes. Okay,
Very winded, Dan.
that's great. Thank you very much. It was really interesting. Thank
Thank you,
you.
Alan.